And we welcome this morning Jackie Swinford. And Jackie is a District 1 County Commissioner and candidate for the probate judgeship and Republican ticket on the June 5th Republican primary. Jackie, good morning to you, sir.
Thanks for having me. I
it's an honor to have you with us. And tell us a little bit about Jackie Swinford. I know you're from north end of the county, but kind of introduce yourself to other parts of this county as well.
Well, I'm new at this. I've never been on TV that I know. And it's just, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I live in Munford, Alabama, or out toward the Speedway. I formerly lived in Oxford, Lincoln, but a lifelong resident in Talladega County, and all my family is from this area. I don't know if most people don't know it, but the Swinford family is a rather large family, and we were in Fayetteville, Alabama until 1955. And there was two brothers, Ray Swinford and Aubrey Swinford, that married two sisters.
Wow.
Kate and Belle. So my dad was oldest of 9 children, and Cecil, who lives in California now, is oldest of 7 children, and they all travel together. So it's a big family, and we're very close, and we have a lot of functions together, and we just have a lot of fun, and we take care of each other.
Matter of fact, I saw Jackie down at the senior breakfast down at Talladega Springs last Saturday morning. They put on a spread, don't they?
They do. They have a big time down there. Great food, great company, great atmosphere. The Talladega County is a large county, and to get there at 7:30 or so, it's 52 miles from where I live to Talladega Springs. So Talladega County is a large county, so it takes a lot of time to cover it, but going down there was good. The people are good, and they do an outstanding show, and I'm going to another one tomorrow in Country Club Estates out on the lake up by Alpine Bay.
Okay. You've been District 1 County Commissioner for what, a decade now?
10 years. We're in the middle of our 3rd term. I've been fortunate enough to be elected by the people up in, my district is Munford, Oxford, and part of Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
And they've elected me 3 times, and it makes you feel good because those are the people you grew up with, those are the people that know you, those are the people that trust you, and if they've trusted you through 3 terms, it means a lot to you, and that's where my family's located for the most part, and it's been an honor to serve those people and do some good things for them.
Why the probate judgeship and Republican ticket?
Well, I'm in the middle of a term, and Billy Adkinson's retiring, and I've worked in county government for 10 years, so I know how the process works and the budgeting and the work. And I just thought that it was time. I'm a practicing attorney. I don't practice as much as I used to, but I just thought I was the proper choice, proper candidate to serve in that position to continue the good work that Billy's done, and then before him, Jim Pruitt and Dale Hill and Darrell Hand, and we've had a number
that's some
of
names, isn't it?
Yeah, and all of those guys helped me, and I helped them coming through, and I had a lot of encouragement from family and friends, so I just decided to go ahead and do it.
Talk a little bit about, you mentioned the process of the probate judgeship. What's the ins and outs of that office?
The probate judge handles wills, estates, trust, anything to do with deeds, property, mortgage, liens. He handles all adoptions, and I'm looking forward to doing that, putting families together. He handles all elections, municipal, and every election we have, the probate judge handles those. Involuntary commitments, if somebody needs to be getting a little assistance, if somebody has to set up a conservatorship or a guardianship, he handles that. So he handles a number of things. And it's just a very important job in this county, and I think I'll do a good job.
Talking with Jackie Swinford, Republican candidate for probate judgeship in the June 5th Republican primary, and man, I know you've worked a long time on this, and the days are drawing closer and closer to that day.
There's 18 days left, and we've got a schedule, and we're going to work hard. We're going to meet as many people as we can. If I miss you, I apologize. We've got a good group working for us. Matter of fact, we had a meet and greet last night and had over 100 people, so I was real encouraged by the turnout. We had, former district attorneys, judges, and then my foot soldiers were there. So you need everybody to help you out. It's been a group effort. No candidate can win it by himself. If he thinks that, he'll be a candidate one time and then he'll go home. You have to have a group of people working together for one common goal, and then once you get there, they have to come in behind you and help you and fill in the gaps. And then my family's been really behind me. My wife and daughter were there last night. Tony Haynes, Donna Haynes, Jim Pruitt, and Rona Pruitt sponsored it, and my daughter and Tony and Donna did a little singing for us. So we had a good time.
You didn't sing, did you?
Oh, no. No. They paid me. That's why they gave me the money not to sing.
Being from the Munford area and looking southward to Talladega, westward to Childersburg, to Sylacauga, one of our south end of the county, what are people telling you as you meet them during this campaign?
They want Talladega County to work together. We don't need a north end this and a south end that. We need a unified Talladega County, and for the most part, we do have that. Our economic development office is down here, and it works for the whole county, and not just the county, the region itself. Because if we get a new factory in at, just say, Honda, you're not going to just draw from the Lincoln area. We draw from 6 counties or so. They come from Jefferson, St. Clair, Blount, Calhoun, and we just need to work for Talladega County, not North or South Talladega County.
Certainly.
And I've got a lot of good people that are helping me down on the south end. And the county commission really works together. I've been on the commission for 10 years, been very fortunate. Greg Adkinson's from District 5 down here, Tony Haynes, District 2. Kelvin Cunningham is in District 3. And
you guys are actually the stewards of our monies in Talladega County.
Well, we used to be road commissioners, and I went to Montgomery for my first meeting after I got elected, and the guy said, our association president said, how many road commissioners do we have in here? And everybody raised their hand, and he said, no, you're not a road commissioner anymore. You have an engineer that handles that. You are stewards of the money. You are the board of directors for the county. And that's really what we do. We have so many responsibilities that people don't know about. We have to take care of the sheriff comes under our direction, the jail, the health department, the road department, EMA, 911. So we have so many responsibilities that the budgeting, the handling of the money is really the biggest thing that we do. But then again, 90% of my calls are about roads and ditches.
How does, Jackie, that experience, how do you see it helping you in the probate judge's office?
Well, public service is about providing services to the public, pure and simple. And I'm a practicing attorney. I went to University of Montevallo and fortunate enough to get a scholarship there. And then I went on to Cumberland School of Law and worked with Betty and Huel Love for a number of years. Both of them were passed on. And they gave me a lot of great experience, advice, and then went on to be, in the county commission and such as that. And I think that the probate judge needs to be an attorney. I really do, because you use the rules of civil procedure and the rules of evidence. And both those sections are year-long classes in law school, a year long. And you have to use those every day as a probate judge, and I think it needs to be an attorney. And one of my opponents is attorney also. So people want to know, well, what separates from you and he? And I said, well, back to my original point, it's about public service. Public service and doing things for the public requires money. So what better person to go to the county commission and say, I need some more funds to do this, A, B, C, and D, than somebody that's been there working with the county commission for 10 years. I know the commissioners, we work well together, and they control the money. So if you know them, you can go to them and get some extra money to provide services for the public. And I think I'm the candidate to do that.
If successful in the Republican primary on June 5th, what do you pledge to the people? I know the Republicans vote on one side, the Democrats vote on the other side as far as this particular in the primary, and then it'll all come together for the general election later on this year. What do you pledge your fellow Republicans as they go to the polls on June the 5th?
Well, you don't work for just the Republicans. and I am a Republican candidate. I'm running on the Republican ticket. But after the election's all over and done, we've all got to work together. And if you come to my office, and you'll never have to make an appointment, you just come in and say, hello, how you doing, Jackie? If you need help, I'll help you. If I can't help you, I'll tell you. And I want to modernize the probate judge's office. I want to make it to where the lawyers in the South End and the realtors in the South End and the people all over the county, they don't have to run to Talladega to file a deed, to file a lien, to file this, or look for that record. I want to put it all in a centralized form on the internet, and I'm not good on computers. I came up before all those were popular. But I want to make it easier. And you say, well, how is that going to help me? Well, if you go down and buy a house and you use a closing attorney in Sylacauga, well, at some point in time, that attorney somebody has to drive it to Talladega to record it, which in turn costs you money. All right, because he's not going to do it for free. He's going to charge somebody. And if you can centralize that on your one system, and we have 4 offices in Talladega County that people don't know about. We've got one in Sylacauga, we've got one in Childersburg, one in Talladega, and one in Oxford area. And if you could tie all those systems together and make it to where an attorney in Oxford that's doing a deed in Talladega County can record it in Oxford, then that saves people money. Mm-hmm. Same in Sylacauga, Childersburg. I want to bring that to the county. But to provide that, it goes back to our original statement. You need to go get more money because money, it funds government.
Billy Adkinson, an icon in Talladega County. Big shoes to fill for whomever steps in there.
Billy has been my buddy, my friend for years and years. And Billy's just, he's a great individual. And he's retiring, but he's what you call aged out. State law in Alabama says that you can run until you're 69 and 357 or so days, but you just can't run after you're 70. Unfortunately for Talladega County, Billy's got to retire, and I wish him well, and I look forward to asking his advice, asking him, Billy, when I ran into this session, what do I do in this situation? What'd you do? And I look forward, and I think Billy he'll be there to give me that advice and that direction.
State races going to help as far as getting people to the polls, you think? I know we've got a number of local races, but...
Normally when I'm running as a county commissioner, I'm running in a presidential election year. And there are very few local elections. It's usually me and Mike Rogers, and that's it. And this time you've got the sheriffs, you've got the legislature, the House of Representatives. And yes, I think it'll get more people to turn out because each candidate has got his own supporters, and they're going to get out. And you hope that you could coattail some of their votes, and it'll draw people to the polls. And I encourage everybody to vote. It's very important. It's a very important duty. And I have a lot of people that'll come up and complain to me about roads and bridges and this and this and this. And then I said, well, you'll be talking to them, and well, have you registered to vote? Well, voting's a waste of my time. I said, well, now that might fall on some deaf ears. If you don't vote, you don't complain. Vote. Then that's your way of voicing your opinion. Right. You can't meet the candidate every day and talk to them about every topic, but you can vote. And that's very important. And I encourage all our young people, when you turn 18, register to vote and exercise that right.
Finally, this morning we were visiting with Jackie Swinford, who's District 1 County Commissioner and running on the Republican ticket for Probate Judge in the June 5th Republican primary. One or two things that you learned in this campaign that you think,
what have I learned? Talladega County is much bigger than I knew. And we farmed when I was growing up, and I drove a tractor from Munford to Fayetteville when we farmed some land down there. But I had no idea. It's a large county. It goes from, Talladega County almost goes to the interstate in Oxford. It comes within a half a mile, and it goes all the way to Talladega Springs. Now, I don't know how far that is, but it's got to be 60, 65 miles. And it's just a large, large county, and it takes a lot of time to cover it. and you meet as many of the people as you can, but it's just hard to do it. And the diverse groups that are out there, it's important to bring everybody together, because you've got the Sylacauga group, the Childersburg group, Winterboro group, Talladega Springs, Fayetteville, and it does you good when you see all those groups come together as one, and that's really encouraging.
And all of us have one voice, one vote we need to exercise on June 5th.
We do. I encourage you to go out and vote for the candidate of your choice, and I hope that candidate is me. And I really appreciate you having me on today. I really do.
Jackie, it's our honor. Jackie.
I'm sorry, I had to get up real early this morning to get here. So it was, but it was worth it. I thank you for having me.
Well, we're grateful for you coming this morning. Jackie Swinford, District 1 County Commissioner, and also candidate for Probate Judge in the June 5th Republican primary. We got more Daybreak coming up right after this.